Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, welcome to a very special occasion, purely for your entertainment tonight. We are your hosts, Lionheart, Mike Nikos, and I'm here with
the Executioner, Michael X.
And welcome to
Open Mic Night.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to another thrilling episode of Open Mic Night. We are your hosts, Lionheart and Mike Nikos, joined here with...
it's Mike. X,
X gonna give it to you.
X, tired as fuck, so let's get into this.
Uh-huh.
It's gonna be
it's been a while since we've talked about gaming. So we decided to look through a couple games, think of the more memorable ones, things that really made us feel nostalgic. But then there are moments in gaming where there are some scenes that are a little too much for us that we've seen as young adults. And once we transcended into the adulthood that we are now, we notice that the intense moments are the ones that are usually more memorable than the others. So, over the years, we've been documenting certain moments in gaming that were really impactful to members of the audience that become cemented in their minds for years to come.
Now, this can range from, ending of a game that's so lackluster and crazy where you have to sit there and go, why? Like Nier. The first Nier. Because it has fucking 8 endings, I believe. And
Wow, really? 8?
Nier is a long game, dude.
Huh.
The original Nier is I believe 6 different, or 3 to 6 different endings, to my knowledge. There's a shit ton of endings for some reason.
It was that enjoyable that they needed to make in 6 endings.
It was, the combat's fun. Which
True.
is the entire game, so...
Fun combat and intense moments. It's your game.
Moment. So fun. To Clementine putting a bullet in Lee's head. Spoilers, I guess, but it's been on for so long, it's not really a spoiler.
Yeah, honestly, if there's a specific age or a time where...
If the game's been out for maybe 5 years, I think at this point, it's the ending's out there. You can, if you haven't either played it yet or you have not had any interest, don't be all upset at the person that told you. It's that's on you.
Yeah, true. I mean,
that's like saying oh, I wonder what the ending to. Fuck, I don't know. One of the, I don't know, Sonic Adventure. Who would have guessed? Sonic saves the day. Woo.
Yeah, for you not knowing that, it's just kind of well, you're kind of late, dude. I mean, you had all the time in the world.
You're late to the party a little bit here.
Mm-hmm.
That being said, however, let's start with you, good sir. What is an ending to, or at least what is a moment in a game that has hit you so hard that you've had to have those moments of maybe I gotta take a break, or maybe it's I need to reflect on this for a moment.
Mm-hmm.
Take it in, just consume that knowledge.
If I have to say a moment in video games that I've played over the course of years, I guess the really first one that I've been exposed to where I had to pause, take a minute and just reflect on what I just witnessed in going through it, I guess we just have to start with the controversial stuff. Like, the big poignant ones would be Call of Duty Modern Warfare 2's No Russian mission.
Yeah, that's a big one.
The most controversial mission ever, because it's the only mission where you play as a terrorist, a CIA, a Marine, joined the CIA, posing as a spy for Makarov and his Russian terrorist team,
who chooses,
and gun down an entire airport.
Who chooses, by the way, not to fucking turn the guns on them and blow them away, and then just having to say, hey, no, it was a member of the United States government who came down to try to stop a terrorist cell that was hiding.
And I have to say, that is the most clever but completely bastardized way to start a war. Like, I can't even deny Makarov that. He's actually one of the really great villains. Completely overlooked, but from that action, towards the end of that mission, you gotta give him props.
Well, because he killed the American that was actually an American.
Uh-huh.
Instead of the fucking guy pointing the guns at... He had a belt-fed machine gun. And if you look at how he is positioned positioned walking behind them, correct?
Yes.
Why doesn't he just light them up?
Honestly, I don't think
if you ask
would be the
any CIA agent, if you ask any CIA agent or any individual that's a part of the U.S. Armed Forces, they would have taken the fuck out of that shot.
True. But I feel like Makarov would be too smart for that. And plus, the game won't allow you because stop trying to create a time paradox.
Oh, dude, you fucking with the story. It's like, I don't even know what's happening yet, and I know that this is stupid.
Mm-hmm. Like, I even tried gunning down, like, the 2 or 3 men that were with Makarov. I managed to kill one of them by accident. And there's a trick to it. If you shoot over, I believe his name was Victor, if you shoot over his head, the stray bullet that goes past it eventually will hit him through glitch, and he'll die. So I tried to take that theory forward, and apparently it won't work for Lev or Makarov. So
we can't put the bullet in the terrorist, but we can put the bullet in the terrorist friends.
Yes, because apparently the terrorist friends ain't worth shit.
They ain't worth shit. They ain't shit.
Mm-hmm.
God, Makarov has to be really lucky that he was able to figure out that there was an American. Oh my God, that's so. The one problem that I've had with that one part of the game, even though it's really shocking because of the fact that when it came out at the time, it's like, holy fuck. But when you take in like actual story and context and human emotion, things like that, there is no American citizen or any citizen of any country that would absolutely do that and just roll with it.
Yeah, I think in my first playthrough, when they were shooting the civilians, I was the only one that just didn't. I just watched.
That's how we figured it out.
Also, if you've played Modern Warfare 3, it's revealed that one of Makarov's friend, Yuri, betrayed him and was about to tell on the U.S. government, which is why Makarov knew.
Which is why there was 2 of them.
Yes.
Makarov was so smart, he stopped 2 of them. At the end of the day, he truly was the hero that we needed. The Call of Duty with the friends that we made along the way.
Oh, who'da thunk it?
Oh, and if anybody's going to start with that Kingdom Hearts shit, I'm going to just straight up say there's too many fucking games to even figure out the plot at some moments.
Yeah, and spoiler alert, we will not include Kingdom Hearts on this because, let's be honest, what's impactful from Kingdom Hearts?
Okay, I'm not going to say that because there are... Come on, the Sephiroth boss fight in that is fucking amazing.
Okay, just one.
Game. Yeah, but it's so good. It's not even funny. It's just really fucking good. However, and this needs to be said, the thing that annoys, or should I say, the moment in gaming that definitely got me, that made me stop playing the game for a little while, it's Spec Ops: The Line.
Let me guess.
White phosphorus
scene?
There's actually two.
Shoot.
Specifically, the first one is when you're fighting the Juggernaut, and it turns out you're shooting mannequins the whole time.
Oh yeah, when I first played that, I actually thought my game was glitching out.
That moment is so good that, honestly, made me pause the game and go, alright, that's really fucking clever, boys. I won't even front. That's really good.
Like, the whole game is just expertly done in a way where you think, oh, it's supposed to be a parody on war, but it's actually just the truth about war. And it's done in such a very intrinsic way that it really kind of delves into the mentality of soldiers that go through war each and every day and see what happens to them when they're out of it.
He turned us into fucking murderers. Yeah, well, he did. Nobody ever said Walker was a nice guy.
And I also guess it's the narrative where Walker was trying to be the hero, and the game constantly asks you, do you feel like a hero yet?
No.
Hell no. After that white phosphorus scene, hell, fucking Satan is probably looking up saying, I really want to meet you now.
Oh my god, the Gates of Hell moment is nuts.
Mm-hmm.
Where you're like, what is happening? Yeah, Walker's playing through his This Is Hell. Now, did you know that there is a hidden ending that never made it into the game?
Of multiple endings. I've heard the one where if you either commit suicide or shoot Conrad, again, you commit suicide. Or if you don't, you either surrender yourself to the military, shoot at the military and die, or shoot at the military and survive, and you become the new Conrad. But a secret ending? No, I hadn't thought of that.
It was supposed to be at the beginning of the game where you and your squad mates just leave Dubai.
I think I remember that. I think that was an option.
I think that the perfect moment of that option being an option is as soon as the game starts and they try to figure out, it's like, hey, maybe we don't fucking each other because, you know, we're military forces, we know what we're doing, we're speaking the language, we're understanding each other, and then we do it anyway.
True. I like how the game...
Listen, we all hit that church in the AC-130 mission, at least once.
Uh-huh. I like the fact that the game will constantly call out, like, certain moments. Like, if you think, like, I also agree with you on that point. Like, the white phosphorus are very impactful, but other moments, like, for instance, the loading screen tips, throughout the game, they get more aggressive and hostile to you. Like, in the beginning, it's more like, to avoid damage, take cover. Later in the game, it'll say you, like, do you feel like a hero yet? Squad commands are not available when you're alone. You have no one but yourself. To kill for yourself is evil. Yeah, to kill for the government is heroic, but to kill for pleasure is harmless. And another quote, which I think is the most really what the fuck moment throughout the game is, non-combatants is considered a high offense in the U.S. military and crimes against, like, the government. But this is not real, so why should you care? And I'm just sitting there going, holy fuck, this game. This is not a game. This is like a fucking real life. I'm playing Life Simulator in Dubai.
I'm playing a game that starts off with the most obvious story narrative, which is for helicopter turret section, which leads into Crash, which leads into backstory. And then you go, oh wait, this is like fucking super screwed up.
It starts off with a regular mission, like Walker and his team, they go to Dubai. The mission is to rescue any civilians or stranded people who survive the whole sandstorms, radio in for helicopters, and send reinforcements. But later in the game, yeah, they find bodies of American soldiers, learn about the damn 33rd, and now Conrad is their biggest target. Which,
You know
spoiler, the villain of the game
is you.
Yeah.
You are the villain the entire time. Hate to tell you, you're not the good
Conrad
guy.
figure, yeah, he's been dead this whole time.
The whole time, you are the bad guy. It turns out that the hostile forces that you have been fighting are literally to save civilian lives and to get them the fuck out of Dubai.
Yep.
So you are the villain.
Essentially,
you aren't the good guy. You aren't the good guy that gets to go home, bang the prom queen, and then done and over with.
Yeah.
You are the bad guy in the story, and it shows with the true ending of the game, which is you with the AA-12 blasting all the fucking Marines and telling everybody, "Gentlemen, welcome to Dubai." A game that is so good that Nolan North has said, and I quote, "It's my favorite role I have ever done." Pushed.
He basically roars every single line in that game. He doesn't yell at it; he just roars at it.
I love the fact that over time you can tell Nolan North is getting sick of. They would have Nolan say lines and then say, "Tell us how you really feel." Enemy fucking sniper up in the trenches. Put him down. It goes from average hostile in the distance to put that motherfucker in the ground. And I love it.
It just completely shows how far he's going insane.
Oh, dude, they had him in the booth for like hours. He would be in the booth for hours. Doing lines. It's like, if you want to get the best performance out of anybody, you get them to the point where they're fucking fed up to an extent.
True.
And yeah, it's one of those things where if I ever meet Nolan North, I want to give him a patch that says Walker.
Good luck.
I would love to give him that because it'd be just fucking sick.
Mm-hmm.
It says Walker, and if you read what it says in the native language that is in Dubai, which I want to say is Middle Eastern, but I'm not sure which culture because everybody has their own lettering system. It will literally say, "Welcome to Dubai."
I always thought it was maybe like in Farsi, I think.
It might be Farsi. Oh, it might be Farsi because that's what they say in the game.
Yeah.
I'm not sure though. I would have to like actually look into it. Like, what's the most prominent language that's in Dubai? 'Cause I know Dubai's like a whole fucking mix of cultures.
Mm-hmm.
It's a whole bunch of shit thrown together at once.
Yep.
Because my whole idea with it is, I give him the patch. It says Walker, but underneath it, what it actually says is the famous line that he says, "Gentlemen, welcome to Dubai."
Uh-huh.
A line that's
I would
so
love
fucking...
to see Nolan North freak out when he sees that patch.
Especially since he has to go, "Oh, what does the little character say?" And you look at him in the face and you go, "Welcome to Dubai." He's just like, "Oh my god. Game over."
Mm-hmm.
I'm tapping out.
If he screams at you, guess what? Worth it.
Oh yeah. Motherfucker! What do the little characters in the bottom say? "Gentlemen, welcome to Dubai."
He'll just be like, "Oh, fuck you. Lugo, take that fucker out."
Lugo, put a bullet in his head! Lugo!
That's another game I gotta replay again.
I have it. If you want to borrow
Nice.
we can go through it and have Casey constantly be going, "The fuck's happening?"
Casey, welcome to Dubai.
Welcome to Dubai. Moments that I can't really talk about is Mass Effect, because just play the trilogy. It's so fucking good. Just play through the trilogy.
Mm-hmm.
Because
Speaking of the trilogy, have you seen the whole set?
Yeah, it looks great.
Yeah, definitely a must buy.
I can't wait to see like how the Xbox Series X and PS5, well, the Xbox Series X is gonna blow up that game, that trilogy again, to make it look
True.
even better than what it does.
Yeah.
If they decide to do that, because I think it is totally worth playing through. How fucking nice and the storyline.
Definitely.
I will say though, out of all the stories that gave me a double take, I would probably say Alan Wake was one of the games that when I heard about it, I'm like, oh, that's kind of goofy. And then when I got to play it years later, I went, this is super fucking cool. Because it's told from like a writer's narrative structure instead of a story narrative structure.
Mm-hmm.
It's the main character who is a writer who straight up knows that he's in a story because he finds manuscript pages of future events that absolutely don't spoil a goddamn thing about the game.
Yeah.
Which is crazy to me. They don't spoil a fucking thing. And
I think
it's
that's
super
great.
good.
Yeah.
The moment that got me is the actual ending of the game where the villain, the other you called Mr. Scratch,
Mm-hmm.
escapes the underwater prison that Alan's in to take over his place. And Alan is now in this fucking floating underwater cabin writing away at his story, trying to escape it, and that's the whole plot of the game. Making all these events happen so his wife can escape the cabin underwater.
Very interesting.
It's fucking weird, but you have to play. It's one of those like you should give it a try. However,
Oh, will
Control is
do.
kind of weird. Control suffers from the same thing as what would I say? The kind of almost the same thing as Spec Ops, where it's like, the game's really good, the story's great. Gameplay though is a little wonky at times
Uh-huh.
because there's just a lot of shit coming at you, and the game has some relatively tight controls when needed, and sometimes has no fucking idea what to do.
Uh-huh.
I have probably hit the dodge button more than any other button in any game. Fuck it, dodge it! Dodge! Dodge!
Dodge!
Dodge, you little bitch. After you, good sir?
For me, another impactful moment, this is gonna fall again in another Call of Duty game, but this time it's the first one in the Modern Warfare trilogy. It's the moments where you play as the Marine. Again, I keep forgetting his name, but you crawl out of a helicopter, look around, and everything is a nuclear fallout.
Including the giant mushroom cloud that is incredibly high, and the dust is getting close.
Oh yeah, in the 10th mission of the game, Shock and Awe, you play as Sergeant Paul Jackson, where you save a pilot from a helicopter, which is a total reference to the movie Black Hawk Down. You save her, you get in the helicopter, all of a sudden, nuke goes off. Everything around you is crashing, and you are the only survivor. You look around, everything
an
is
entire
fucking...
operation. The last survivor that goes KIA, which eventually leads into Modern Warfare's big story of fuck nukes.
Yeah. We went from World War II, stopping the Nazis, to fucking nukes.
We're going to nuke land. Get 24 kills. Oh, Saev must have been holding that perk for a while. He was waiting. He's like, tactical nuke incoming!
And then you hear the noise of absolute fear-mongering.
Oh my god. 24 kill streak, no deaths. Can't die. You die, reset.
And that's it. In fact, the nuke is so hard, your entire Xbox just blows up.
Oh my God. It hits so hard, not only does your fucking controller vibrate into the ceiling.
Hell, you go up into the ceiling with your controller.
Your Xbox grows a pair of arms, becomes a face on the TV, pulls a gun out, and blows the TV clean in half.
That mushroom cloud was just so devastating.
Oh my God.
And I will say, I do like the remastered version of that mission. It's more high definition, and
it looks a lot cleaner.
I guess you could say the dust area is a lot more smoother, and same with the collapsing building in the background.
It's a lot cleaner. It looks a lot better.
Mm-hmm.
You know what's a good moment?
Shoot.
Gears of War. Dom finding his wife.
Honestly, a lot of Gears moments just have to involve Dom.
Dom's death hits super hard.
Uh-huh.
But I think Dom finding his wife gives you that moment of like, oh, he has, he has closure. And now you're dealing with a man that has nothing left to fight for, except for Marcus. He doesn't give a fuck about anything else. He fights for his team. He will now gladly sacrifice everything to save his team.
True, and
he doesn't have a wife to go home to.
Or kids, too.
Oh, yeah.
Because they were wiped out, and when Emergence Day happens, as mentioned in the book.
Yep.
And plus, Dom is just the most tragic character ever, because if Marcus were to die along with Maria in the second game, and thank God he didn't, it just would have broken him further, because I read the first book, Asphalt Fields, where it talks about there were 3 brothers, that were just tight. Marcus, Dom, and Dom's brother, Carlos. Now, they were the 3 amigos. They were just tight. Until Carlos's death in Asphalt Fields hit Dom hard, but the only thought that made him realize that it's not over is that he still has his wife.
Yep.
Until Gears 2 happened. Now it's just down to Marcus and Dom, which was good. I'm really glad Marcus was with him to the very end in Gears 3. But oh my God.
We can both
Dom's
agree.
Story throughout this whole event up till 2 just realizes just how empathetic I feel for a character that's not even the main character of the game.
Well, he's the mouthpiece of the game. He's constantly,
true.
He's been with you since the beginning of the first game.
Hell, even prior, he's been with Marcus since they were kids.
No, true, but when we first meet him in Gears 1...
Yep.
Because the books didn't come out till way fucking later.
True.
To explain way more. But the first time we meet Dom, he's giving Marcus his gear and going, where do you want to go from here, Chief? Where do you want to go from here, boss man?
I'm ready to kick some ass.
I am ass man. But yeah,
they're all ass men.
It's definitely a lot. I would say probably it's a lot better. I think Gears 2 has the best moment for the fact that we get to see Dom's descent. We get to see his high moment. He's like, I found my wife. And then he sees what his wife is. And she's a husk of who she used to be. True. And to watch all that humanity that he had just gets zapped away in a moment is like, oh my fucking God, you tragic bastard.
To the moment where in the beginning of that scene, you see the bright colors when he's reunited with Maria, but the second he looks at her, the color just immediately fades into a dark shade of blue and gray. Yep. Signifying, this is war. This is death. You may as well get used to it. because it's not comforting.
Now, I will say, probably one of the most infamous moments in Gears is Kim's death, but it's so, unimpactful that I didn't care. Because I went, oh no, the guy who's been an asshole to me the whole time. Yeah, fuck off.
His death in the Ultimate Edition, where in the original release, friggin' Kim turns around, tries to shoot Rom, but Rom just smacks him across the face and just stabs him. Where in the Ultimate Edition, Kim turns around, revs up his chainsaw, Rom catches it with his bare hands, smacks the gun away, punches Kim, brings him up, stabs him, which I'd say that animation or that motion in the cutscene is more better and more fluid than the original.
Oh yeah, well it's because the original looks... The original game doesn't really have human movement because
it
their
looks...
armor is so thick and so bulky that it doesn't work.
Honestly, yeah.
It's a little awkward because you're like, why is he moving like he's got a pole shoved up like halfway up his ass? Why does he look like something's wrong? Like
Why is he wearing a door?
Why is he wearing a door?
Which, by the way, that's how it's supposed to be, according to Gears 4. Marcus states, it's supposed to be like you're wearing a door.
That's so fucking goofy.
Yeah, honestly.
That's so goofy. No, don't even listen. They can't defend this shit, alright?
Honestly.
No matter how hard they try to defend it, they won't be able to naturally.
True.
It's not a door, it's not a door.
It's a bank vault door.
It's a vault. It's fuck. I can't get away from door. It's
It's like Halo armor, but there are
door.
more colors.
It's like door, but more door.
Ladies and gentlemen, the doors.
Ladies and gentlemen, a door. A singular door.
Oh man.
Oh, you know what's a good one?
Shoot.
Do you remember MGS4's ending?
The boss fight.
Not the boss fight. Snake puts a gun in his mouth and is ready to just end it. Done. He's done everything that he's, set to do. He's dying. He goes to the boss's gravesite. Puts a gun in his mouth and is about to pull the trigger till he hears Big Boss's voice behind him. And it's one of those moments where you're like, oh, fuck!
There's another big boss.
Well, it's the original Big Boss. He has liquid, he has solid as a snake's limbs so he can walk.
Mm-hmm.
And it's one of those moments where you're like, I'm so glad that you're still alive. And he gets to have that human one-on-one encounter with Snake. That human emotion. And says, I'm proud of you. You are my son. That makes the butterflies, and I don't care how tough of a man you are, that makes the butterflies in any man's stomach just start fluttering because of how fucking cool it is. It's super sick.
True.
Not only is the boss fight fucking radical.
Mm-hmm.
Because it's 4 boss fights in one, which leads into one of the sickest and most brutal beatdowns I've ever seen.
Oh, true.
but it's the end of Snake's story, and it feels like a natural conclusion. He gets
Honestly,
to
yeah,
have his
it is the
closure.
better one.
He has his closure. He doesn't ever have to fucking deal with any of it anymore. He no longer has the nanomachines in him. He's no longer the reason for Fox die. None of that. Everything ends with Big Boss and Zero. Which I'm like, that's great.
That's perfect.
It's a long fucking game.
Yeah.
8 hours of just cutscene.
Typical.
But it's also the fact he goes back to Shadow Moses. We get to see we get to actually hear from Meryl's thing of Snake, I loved you. Why couldn't you love me back? And we all know Snake wanted to say, because I wanted to just do the Itineron. Meryl, I really wanted to have my dogs.
The Iditarod race. I wanted to complete it. It's that important to me.
I'm a goddamn dog musher.
I love to mush with my dogs.
Dog mush. Mush dog?
Dog mush.
Yes. Dog.
I'm surprised you didn't, really talk about Shadow Moses, because I think Shadow Moses was a pretty impactful moment in MGS4.
It's an impactful moment, but it's a stepping stone of what the actual ending is. And it's one of those, you don't need an MGS5. You don't need fucking Peace Walker. You don't need Portable Ops or any of the other games. You have 1, 2, 3, and 4, and that's all you need to complete the story.
Honestly, that's it.
Plus Metal Gear 1 and 2, because it's the in-between ground of it.
True.
That's all from Metal Gear to Metal Gear Solid 4. That's all you need. 6 games.
Yep.
6 games over the course of, Jesus Christ, fucking 4 to 5 console generations.
Yeah, honestly. Long generation for MGS.
And it works. It doesn't need a lot.
True.
I think that I would rather have a simple story where I can get into it and go, yeah, this was really good.
Mm-hmm.
Than having something that makes me go, oh, I didn't know I was playing. Fuck.
A medic.
Why did I decide to play? I'm trying to think of a really bad game story.
I got a couple.
Shoot.
Wow. I was expecting a really good game, but all I'm getting here is, Last of Us 2.
The worst. Hey, remember when the first game where Joel gets shot and Ellie has to keep him alive?
Yeah.
Yeah, that big character growth moment.
Should have just killed him off there, honestly.
We're gonna shit all over that character growth moment.
You want to play Golfing Simulator?
You want to play Guitar Simulator?
You want to play Poetry Simulator?
You want to play Gender Diversity Simulator?
You want to play Dog Simulator?
You want to play a not zombie survival game simulator?
Because here it is.
Question, is crafting in that game? Because I never took a look.
Yeah, there is.
Because I never did crafting whatsoever. Because I didn't see the fucking point.
Yeah, honestly, there is crafting.
I didn't see the point.
True. But enough of terrible gameplays and story. We're actually getting back to some really good games with really impactful moments, like one I've been thinking of recently.
Shoot.
This was one of those games where I really got to replay again because the ending just hits harder than the entire story.
Is it God of War 2018?
No, I would say it has more epic but impactful or just infamous. I guess there are some moments where it kind of fits the description, but what I'm thinking of is The Last Stand in Halo Reach.
Yeah, it's super good.
Yeah, it really is.
To be fair, that entire trilogy leading into ODST and Reach, that's great storytelling.
It's phenomenal at its best, honestly. And the ending is just the cherry on top of this Covenant War.
You know what's a cherry on top of the Covenant War?
Shoot.
The intro to Halo 2.
I have to agree with you. It's been a while since I played Halo 2, but I vaguely remember the intro of Halo 2.
Okay, so the intro of Halo 2. While Master Chief is going to get his Medal of Honor, for what he did on Halo, stopping this major superweapon, on the other side, we see the Arbiter become the Arbiter.
Mm-hmm.
After chasing the Pillar of Autumn and not stopping the destruction of Halo, he is stripped of his armor and is roasted and branded as a heretic.
Yeah.
He is then given the opportunity to say, hey, who you were doesn't matter. You are still one of the most skilled warriors that we have. And losing such an important asset is stupid. Wear the symbol of the Arbiter.
Mm-hmm.
Those who give their lives for a singular cause.
Honestly, there will be no one better
attacked.
than you.
Oh, yeah. Well, it's Keith David, so...
Yep. But from where I was, looking for, with The Last Stand, it's like one of those missions where, all you have to do is just survive. I mean, there's nothing left. You completed your mission, and while the rest are trying to escape the planet, all you gotta do is survive. I expected something more like a more heroic and happier ending where you get to survive. Because when I first played Reach, I prefer one of those. Oh yeah,
the book, The Fall of Reach. Yeah, you witness a lot of people be killed by plasma weapons, dude.
Mm-hmm.
Dude, your entire squad gets killed off first.
Yep.
Every last one of your squad members, they're all fucking dead.
Uh-huh. I really expected something more like a more happier side, but then I remembered this is Halo. This is war.
This is Halo Reach.
Yep.
This is the fall of the major planet that leads to the first Halo.
Yep.
Now, if you want happy ending, Halo 3.
Yeah, honestly, it's.
Although I wouldn't even call it that. The fact that they go, we haven't seen Master Chief. He's MIA because Spartans are never killed in action.
Mm-hmm.
And he's still MIA. And then Halo 4 came out, and I went, I fucking hate this game. And then 5 came out, and I go, wait a minute, no, I hate this game.
Can't imagine what 6 will look like.
Hate. Infinite, you mean? Because out of all the titles, that's the one we had to roll with on Microsoft?
Yeah. No, thank you.
It worked for Capcom. Let's throw the title of Infinite in there.
No, thank you.
Dude, have you already seen the monkey?
I was in a group chat where that was the profile pic.
Yeah. Because that's all it is. It's
monkey.
That's all it is. Also, when the fuck does Chief fight Brutes on a Halo?
I don't really know. I guess it's their last attempt at... Weird? Yeah.
Wait, Chief fought Brutes on... Are we doing a whole reboot? What is the story to this?
Mm-hmm.
I don't know. I still don't know.
Yeah. But I think it's just best if we just don't. But the direction that's going, yeah, there's just no hope left.
Hey, you know what's a good ending?
Shoot.
Devil May Cry 5.
Of course.
Come on, man.
Like,
You know I'm right.
You are. I won't give you that
And
much
I'm
shit.
talking about the entirety of the ending. We're talking about the Virgil Dante fight, which leads into Nero versus Virgil, which leads into the greatest fuck you ever depicted in video games.
The Michael Jackson dance.
No, it's the fuck you into Devil Trigger.
Oh, right.
Nero looks at Virgil after the end of their first, because the first, perfect time to do this is when Virgil is talking and you, shut him completely up by hitting Nero's Devil Trigger, where he looks at Virgil dead in the face, does the He-Man sword pose with his middle finger, and screams, "Fuck you." And all the energy around him explodes as he becomes his devil form.
Yeah, that's honestly a best ending.
It's so sick.
Very infamous.
It's super sick. It's fucking super.
True. Now, earlier you did say I was going to go for God of War, but like I said, there are a lot of epic moments, but very infamous. I think I want to say to the moment where Kratos kills his family. I think that's a very infamous moment in the entire game.
Yeah, but we never get to actually play that moment. We never actually get to, okay. It's never shot with the utmost certainty that Kratos kill. We don't actually see him kill his family. We get bits and pieces and flashbacks and like that, or cutscenes. We don't actually see him actually kill his family.
True, but it is the truth.
An infamous moment in God of War?
Shoot.
The fact that, and this is the big one for me, Kratos constantly shitting on the boat captain.
You're constantly shitting on the boat captain in a span of 3 or 4 generations of the PlayStation.
In 2 generations of the PlayStation. No, 3 generations of the PlayStation. In over 4 different games, main title games, he constantly shits on this poor boat captain.
The boat captain is infamous in every God of War.
He's constantly getting fucked over.
For those of you who don't know what we're talking about, if you've ever played the very first God of War game, the opening battle is Kratos is fighting a water hydra on a ship. The ship that belonged to a particular boat captain who gets swallowed by the hydra. Kratos steps inside the mouth.
Kratos threw him in.
He threw him in, grabbed him by his hand, let him go down the throat of the hydra. Then he sees him again in the underworld, where he's holding on for dear life, avoiding to fall deeper into hell. And
then he
Kratos kicks him off.
Down to hell.
Then God of War 2 rolls around. Kratos has the boss fight with the undead barbarian king, who summons the boat captain again.
And I think it said in God of War 3 that there was a note that bastard, first he kicked me into the Hydra, now this.
It's that ending moment in the game where Kratos is in his own visions after the fight with Zeus, and he's swimming in the pool of screaming people. And I think, if you listen closely, one of them says, "Oh God, not you again."
Oh, you're right. I'm thinking of the note that's in God of War 2018, where it's
that's the treasure map.
Yep. Where
one of the treasure maps is called the Boat Captain's Key.
Yep. Where it turns out not even him, his boat gets fucked by Kratos. Only it's the greatest storyline in gaming. Here's this poor, pathetic, elderly fucking boat captain who's constantly getting wrecked at every moment. God, not you.
The fucking God of War has been fucking with him so much that not even death could escape him. It's super fucking bad. Now, with some other infamous moments in gaming, there is one where originally we talked about, some bad ones, where we originally talked about that. Oh, hey, you're back. Wow, I didn't even notice you left.
I'm that quick.
Mm-hmm.
I slide into them DMs like a ninja from Tenchi. Oh, and really quick.
Yeah.
KOTOR.
Where the whole time it was just revving.
The whole time you are the villain. And in the second game, I love the fact that the main villain has been in your party since the beginning of the fucking game.
Yep.
It's
just that infamous.
It's so good. I don't care who you are. That is so good.
Mm-hmm.
It's like, oh yeah, the first one's like the most Star Warsy thing ever. But the second one is the most non-Star Wars thing you could ever do. Which is, oh yeah, it turns out Mace Windu was the villain the whole time.
Yeah.
I'm sorry, what? I'm sorry,
Everything
what?
that you thought was good was actually bad.
Yep, it turns out you're an idiot.
Mm-hmm.
It's not like the fact that this female character is so well written that she is in the top 15 greatest voice actors of all time.
Honestly, that is God's truth.
God, you and I with Casey have to play KOTOR 2.
Mm-hmm.
All the way through from start to finish.
All the way.
Because I'm going to hand one of you to the remote because I want to be like, I have no control. You fuckers figure it out.
Alright, I would be down for that, honestly.
And you boys can figure out the name. All I'm going to say is if you're like, I don't know where I'm going, I will obviously have the wiki, but I will also have my own personal knowledge on how to do specific quest lines.
Yep. Of course, we will ask you for certain parts of the game.
Oh,
just simple questions.
The one thing I'm going to tell you right now, we are totally getting a lightsaber at the start of the game by cheating like a motherfucker.
Indeed.
We're also going to be maxing out our XP by doing a little bit of a scumbag tactic that only works in KOTOR 2, which is
great.
Which is dropping mines, leaving an area, dropping mines, going back to the previous area, picking up those mines, going to the next area, picking up those mines, dropping mines, leaving the area, dropping mines, then going back, picking up the mines, going back, picking up the other mines.
What the fuck?
You can get unlimited fucking XP. You can max level cap before you even leave the first planet.
Oh my god. And all that for mines.
All that because of mines. And I think you can put 15 on each screen, and each one of them drops like 200 XP each time you pick it up.
Oh god.
So you just keep doing it back and forth.
Well, we'll beat this game in no time.
Oh, fucking no shit, because we'll be at max level with all the force power. Mm-hmm. With some enemy types that literally don't scale to you.
True, honestly.
Oh, I'm so glad I'm at the start of the game. And bitch slap!
I'm at the start of the game. I hope I learned a lot of good stuff to get better later on. And, well, what do you know? I'm already done.
Oh no, the game's long.
Oh, yeah. But what I mean is, like, when we've already maxed out our shit, we're just running around. Man, this is so easy.
I wonder why it's so fucking easy. This character is so strong. I'm just walking her. I'm backhanding people through blast doors.
It's just a crime to be that fucking bad.
That powerful for no goddamn reason.
Yep.
And remember, good sir, when you max out, your entire party maxes out.
That's what I like to hear.
So, let's say we get our main character up to level 25 without anybody added to the party.
Mm-hmm.
As soon as we add anybody into the party, they have to scale with you.
Oh
So
boy.
you'll be at level 2, you'll be at max level, and they have to scale to your max. So you're just gonna be cool. I'm at the unreachable level 30. That's actually impossible to get to in game.
Really?
It literally requires doing a fuck ton of glitches for that to like get to the level cap.
I see.
And my entire party is one level below me.
Mm-hmm.
A bunch of 29s and a max level 30 with all the fucking force powers they could ever use.
Yep.
And bitch slap. Punch boy. That's all it's gonna be is punch Jedi.
Backhand, bitch.
Comes into the room, I'm about to clap them cheeks, boy.
You better
I'm gonna
run.
use my. You can't run. I'm gonna telekinetically slap them cheeks. I'm gonna
You're
force
fucked.
push that ass into the wall.
You're in danger.
New character name, Danger.
Highway to the danger zone. You're just unrelenting getting your cheeks slapped.
I'm gonna blast from the past up that ass. I swear to God. Alright, brother. Keep going, good sir.
Another pretty infamous moment through the game now. Earlier, we were talking about some pretty bad games like Last of Us 2. But what I want to say, a pretty good version of that game is gotta be the first 20 minutes of the game, especially in where Sarah gets killed in Last of Us 1, where I think it's pretty infamous to where we understand Joel's character and where he's coming from in terms of grief.
Fair.
Unlike in some other games, which will not be mentioned on this Christian podcast.
Yes, Satan, Satan, Satan.
Yes, Stan.
Yes, father. I understand. This is weeb shit. Fuck it.
But honestly, yeah, just that opening flashback just kind of really sets in the mood and tone for the whole game, which is honestly just the best I've ever played, or any of us has ever played.
Oh, because it's emotional, because you actually feel in that 30-minute time Joel being a dad. And you understand. Even if you're not a parent, you understand the bond between a father and daughter, or any parent and child, ever.
True.
It's completely it's one of those things that we just know what to do, you know what I mean?
Yeah. And the
And
way
it's
it's
like, yeah.
set up, it's just kind of obvious of what might happen.
True.
Alright, guys, so what would you say is your last infamous moment in gaming?
Good or bad?
Either or.
Okay. I would say that probably my favorite and most infamous memory that I have in is absolutely, for the first time I ever did it, the reverse castle in Castlevania Symphony.
Really?
I want you to think about it, right? It's PlayStation 1 era. The internet was still pretty much new.
Yep.
At this point. It was like forum posts and shit like that. There weren't like full-on walkthroughs yet.
Mm-hmm.
And little fucking 10-year-old Mike in 2008, for the first time, goes through Symphony of the Night without knowing how the internet works or anything like that. Had never looked up cheat codes, none of that shit. Plays through it and gets a little hint from his uncle, hey, you should try this. And it eventually leads to the reverse castle in Castlevania Symphony of the Night.
Yeah.
Playing it now, it's still fucking awesome, but man, is it just cool.
True.
Because it feels awesome. It feels really interesting, the fact that there's two endings to this game that you weren't expecting are two endings.
Mm-hmm.
Because by that point, I just knew, oh, cool, end credits, great, game's over.
Yeah.
Because let's be honest, nobody as a kid was 100% completing video games. We were just playing video games and trying to beat them as fast as possible.
Mm-hmm.
Mom, take me to KB Toys. I wish to buy the video game. I wish to buy the Super Soaker that has Master Chief.
I wish to buy the Super Soaker so I could annihilate the child pretending to be Master Chief.
Fuck that Master Chief.
Bro, I was a fool when I was young. I kept referring to him as Master Spartan Chief. Like, why did I need to add the Spartan? I mean, of course he's a Spartan, but Master Spartan Chief.
It's okay. A friend of mine kept calling him Master Chef.
That's even worse.
Master Chef. Cortana. I am Master Chef.
When he takes off the helmet, is he Gordon Ramsay?
Fucking raw!
Maybe the whole point was for Master Chef going to Halo, killing all the company members. They were all the food that were trying to escape him. Because let's be honest, they all look like something you eat. Like squid or something.
How do you feel about the Crackdown ending, by the way?
I'm sorry?
How do you feel about the original Crackdown ending?
Honestly, never played it.
It's... Okay, so you know how we talked about earlier, you're the villain, or somebody in your party's the villain?
Yep.
Well, it turns out that the corporation that you worked for, and the voice that's been talking to you, the chairman of the company,
yep,
has been doing is the villain of the actual series.
Really?
The agency are the bad guys.
Interesting.
Because they are the ones that were secretly funding all the organizations that controlled Pacific City for years.
Wow.
It's kind of a cool idea. Other than that, though, there's not really any memorable moments because the game's just run and shoot. Jump and shoot. Drive and shoot. Sorry. Drive, then shoot. Yeah, run and shoot. Jump and shoot. Yeah, that's pretty much it. That's literally it. Run and shoot, jump and shoot. He's Mega Man. Jump and shoot, man.
Jump and shoot him up.
He gets up, he jump, he shoot. Jump and shoot. Here comes jump and shoot, man. He jump.
Okay, how is that not a song? That'd be a great song, actually.
Jump and shoot. He jump, he shoot, jump and shoot.
He jump, he shoot, he scores.
Yay!
Yay! He jump, he shoot, he kill, he scores. Wait, what? This ain't basketball.
Continue, good sir. You got any others?
I like to save these in the honorable mention spot. So, just to name a few, you got the Clementine. We'll remember this, which of course mentioned earlier in Season 1 of The Walking Dead, where she has to make the choice to either kill Lee or let him live, which, honestly, it's more humane to shoot Lee than to let him turn and walk away, because why? I understand, Clementine, you can choose for her not to shoot him, like it's more humane, but he's about to turn. That's kind of worse than just dying.
Now hear me out, though.
Yep.
What if it turned out that if you didn't pick that option, if you didn't shoot him, what happens in the third game is that Lee's corpse appears?
That depends, because there's actually a moment where you could handcuff Lee to the pipe.
Yeah.
So, I don't know. That could be a possibility. But,
I mean, we know that in the comics, one of the characters that's in Telltale's Walking Dead shows up in the comics, so...
Oh, yeah. Actually, multiple characters, like Glenn and Jesus and Michonne, but we don't talk about that one Walking Dead game.
We don't talk about Michonne.
Yeah,
We don't.
just
We just don't.
we don't.
We don't talk about
Yeah, but
Well,
some other
you should
games that
fucking
also
talk
fit in the
about it.
honorable mention pile is The Last Laugh in Arkham City, where
Yeah.
in the moment when you have the cure to Protocol 10, Joker just stabs you, you drop the serum, and Joker just dies. Which,
Well, you have the cure to the Titan virus in Joker's bloodstream,
mhm.
and his stupid ass comes out of nowhere and stabs Batman in the exact arm that has the cure in it, killing himself.
Yeah, that was just pretty shocking. Like, really, you're about to die. Don't you really want the cure to save you? I mean, is death really that, you know?
Well, what he wants is to have the Dark Knight go out with him,
I suppose, yeah.
break him, and then kill him.
Mm-hmm.
I want to show that anybody can be me. Okay, yeah, sure. Society.
See, look, you gotta know, a little,
Society.
a little bit society.
What happens
And
when you take a man and you don't give him the cure? He dies.
you get what you fucking deserve.
You get what you fucking deserve.
Yeah. And the last honorable mention that I'll give is, I believe it's the one in episode 2 of Half-Life 2 with
the
I think
most
it's Eli
infamous,
Vance.
the most infamous fucking cliffhanger of all time.
Yep, that's the one.
I hate it.
I know.
I fucking hate it. Because as a fan of the franchise who's been playing since the first game,
Yep.
it feels so fucking shitty.
Honestly, and time will tell if we'll ever get Half-Life 3. Probably won't, but
We did, though.
kind of.
Half-Life Alyx is the third game.
True. But is it episode 3, though?
It changes the entire ending of the second game.
I suppose, yeah.
No, it's not a suppose. It absolutely changes the ending of the second game, like completely. Nikos, here's what you do: go watch the Half-Life 2 ending right after this. Then after that, watch the Half-Life Alyx ending.
Yep.
And it is this huge fucking change, which I'm like, is this Valve like reattempting to set up a new story? Or is this an alternate universe game? Because please don't blue ball me anymore, you fucking asshole. Please.
They probably will, but, we'll see.
I'm so sick of getting blue balled by Valve.
Uh-huh. And then having to get blue balled again in the next, 10 years. But with that being said...
Good sir, but my number one.
Yep.
Most infamous moment in gaming.
Mm-hmm.
The death of Aerith in Final Fantasy VII.
Ah, yes. Aerith.
Because it comes out of literally fucking nowhere.
Honestly, just...
You aren't expecting it, and it just happens. And you're like, what the fuck?
Fucking Sephiroth, that's why.
Sephiroth. Na-na-na-na.
Sephiroth.
I've come here for Cloud. No?
Nah, you killed Aerith. So...
Cloud, why won't you love me? 'Cause... No.
No.
Love me, Cloud.
No, you love Sora.
Show me your Buster Sword.
Oh, God. I wonder how they're going to be able to do that for the remake.
I don't know. I have no idea what the plan is for this new remake, because there was some shit in there where it straight up breaks the fourth wall, telling Cloud to go on his journey the way the story is told.
Mm-hmm.
And the only characters that know about it are Sephiroth, Aerith, and the group Sephiroth hires. The guys in suits.
Yep.
And it's like, do they fucking know something that we don't? Or, like, what's going on here?
Probably. They might.
What's happening, boys?
Mm-hmm.
This be a little bit fucky.
Yeah. But I really hope that whatever plans they're making, it will be all worth and well paid off.
Oh yeah, well, I mean that's everybody's hope, because I love when people say, "Oh, well, this game has a shitty ending," and I go, "You do know it's the first disc, right?"
Yeah, there's more. You just gotta fucking wait.
You just gotta take your time and enjoy.
Just gotta sit back, relax, and chill out, dude. I mean, things haven't even begun yet.
Stop sniffing your own farts, you fuck.
Well, with that being said, for my final pick in infamous moments in gaming, where I think this is just moments that really, just kind of made me rethink the whole point of just playing the game from start to finish. And I see that they tried to do it again in the sequel, but in the original, I think it's just the moment where it hits home. It's the Federal Bureau treason in Red Dead Redemption 1, where Marston helps the feds. They finally get Bill Williamson. They get Dutch. It's over. John lives his life in his happy farm with his family, and fucking Bureau do an Uno reversal and decide to kill John. And I'm just sitting there going, what the fuck? Why?
To be fair, what did they say, though?
Honestly, what they said, from what I remember, is that they are willing to go after every last person in Dutch's gang, and John
is the last member of Dutch's gang.
Well, to be fair, Uncle, Abigail, and Jack are also members, but they're not actual members. They're just there in the gang.
Speaking of Uncle, have you heard the fan theory?
Yeah, that he's actually Red Dead Harlow.
Yeah, I don't know how I feel about that.
I guess a lot of people, they just assume it's him because, the facial features, but I don't know. It could be. Could be not. Maybe. If Rockstar ever tries to explain that.
Here's the problem with that, though.
Yeah.
He's a selectable fucking skin in Red Dead 1.
True.
And if you put them side by side, they really don't share any character similarities.
True. But then again, some years have passed. So, obviously some things are bound to change. But if Rockstar can actually explain that, yeah, they may share some similar qualities that kind of tricks you in a way that, oh yeah, they may be the same, but we're just going to purposely change their complete nature of things to throw you off. But if it's ever really, ever revealed, we're just going to be sitting there going, what the Really?
Here's what it is, Nikos, okay? Here's what it is.
Shoot.
It turns out that John's dad is always and always has been Red. The whole time.
I would see that, honestly.
And his uncle was the main character from Gun.
Fucking Cold and White?
I would love it, because...
Oh, I would fucking lose it, honestly.
Because that character's so sick.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know what I would do. Because that's my first full Western game that I've ever played.
Oh yeah, Gun, very impactful in its own way.
Is it because of the boat scene? Can we be honest?
Yeah,
It's because of the
that
boat. The
and
boat's super fucked up.
it is. And there were
Hello, my
also plenty of
brothers
other
and
moments in there too.
sisters. Hello, my brothers and sisters.
I'm the preacher. I'm the good, honest preacher of this here ferry boat. 5 minutes later,
Die, you whore!
fucking throws a hatchet at the whore. Oh my god.
She
What
fucking
a-
goes. She goes overboard.
And then he summons a man of fucking Civil War renegades.
Okay, I hate to say this, but as a kid, the first thing that played in my head when they started showing up is 100% the fucking song that's sung inside the Emerald City in Wizard of Oz. Ha ha ha! Ho ho ho! And a couple of tra la la!
They look the part, honestly. Oh god.
It worked! You need to go watch that now and just have that ready to go. It's as soon as the hatchet gets thrown, you have to hear the ha 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 ho 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 and a couple of tra la la. It's fucking super scummy, but I love it.
Oh, kill them all!
Filthy heathens.
Oh, I'll call you heathens, but you're allowed to work
come
with
in
me.
out of nowhere with a mop and go, "We must cleanse these dirty heathens."
How would he become a priest? That's the one thing I'll never understand. How did Reverend Reed become a reverend?
He beat the Bible into people. Literally.
Oh, I wouldn't want to see the Catholic
He
Church. during
fucking
that era.
John Wick 2's a kid in the pew. He puts a book down, puts his neck next to the book and punches it. I have exorcised the demon.
The Bible gives him power because in that boss fight he regenerates health. I'm like, what the fuck?
My God shall give me holy light. He's a fucking Templar.
He is.
Soon he's gonna summon pillars of flame and start using divine justice. Oh my god, can somebody please take his design and turn him into a Magic the Gathering card called Divine Intervention?
Can someone remake Gun so I can play that?
Again? All over again?
Uh-huh.
Do we
never get tired of it?
Do we keep all the racial shit that's in there, including the finger cutting?
Why not?
Oh yeah, everybody forgets about the fucking fingers.
Yep.
They get blown off.
Mm-hmm. Poor soul.
Oh, my hand. Your daddy was a Native American. Okay.
Sure.
So you're a filthy native. Yes. Alright, just wanted to let you know.
Yeah, just didn't want to offend you and all.
I wanted to offend you, but I guess you're don't care. That's fine, I guess.
Mm-hmm.
Let's kill the camp whore.
Bye, Jenny.
I'm gonna be honest, that's super fucked with me as a kid.
Oh, Jenny's death?
Oh my god, it's super fucked.
Yeah, even that is exposed to me as like a really young kid. Throat slitting. I always thought that, the humane way to die in video games is a bullet to the head. But throat slitting? Oh my god.
Yeah, how about no? And then you started playing God of War.
And then I realized, yeah.
Let's just take off the entire human head by lifting it. Not pulling, just lifting.
Let's rip off the jaw of a wolf man and just bring that jaw down to its stomach like unzipping a sweater.
How is Kratos not back in Mortal Kombat again?
I don't know, but maybe. Hey, NetherRealms, if you're watching this video, could you do us a
Use the
solid
new
and put
one.
Old Man Kratos in the new roster for Mortal Kombat 11? Thank you.
Give him boy button.
Yeah, have the boys an assist.
Get rid of that fucking stupid switch stance button, which does nothing. Please.
Mm-hmm.
I can't stand that that's a thing.
Yeah, switch stance, I've never used it at all.
You have to use it in MK11. It's a quick get
I
up.
just never do it.
That's all it's for.
Mm-hmm.
Is to get up quicker.
Yep.
It's fucking stupid.
Mm-hmm.
I don't get how a 6-button fighting game is confusing to people, but an 8-button fighting game isn't.
Yeah, it's
Because
mystery.
MK's 8 buttons.
Mm-hmm.
High punch, high kick, low kick, block, grab, run, and stance switch. 8 fucking buttons.
Mm-hmm.
No.
Yeah. Just
Like,
nah.
just no.
Mm-hmm. But with that being said, ladies and gentlemen, we hope you enjoyed this installment of Open Mic Night. I think we got a whole lot done when talking about very infamous moments, and, well, they will continue to haunt us
Put your
whenever
own
we
in the
play other
comments
games.
section. We
Yeah.
want to read them. Put your choices in the comments section. It's really interesting to see other people's opinions.
Yeah. And if you got any moments,
Say,
we'll play them. We'll probably experience them for ourselves, or we'll just, do the cheap way and go on YouTube and find a walkthrough of it until we get to that moment.
all of a sudden somebody's going to be like, but what about Ghost in Modern Warfare 2? Coward! Punches wall and puts hole in it. You don't understand the Aerith pain. I lost my healer. You lost a voiced character. I lost a healer. My entire support is fucked.
Yeah. Your healer's gone. But no,
my healer's gone, and my main character suffers from Mako poisoning. Fuck.
Yeah.
Cloud's life is super shitty.
It is, honestly.
I watched my best friend get gunned down by the exact same troops that I attempted to join.
Mm-hmm.
I then watched my girlfriend get stabbed by my arch rival, and now I suffer from Mako poisoning.
Also, my mom does.
And I watched Sephiroth kill my mom, too.
And he still has that blank, emotionless glare.
All he's thinking about is, man, I really hope I get paid.
Man, I really want
could
to
use those 2,000 Zinni.
Honestly,
3,000.
Just pay Cloud already.
Just fucking Tifa, pay him his money, you bitch. Stop trying to extort him by showing him your chest.
Because that's all it is. Don't lie. Don't you?
We all know that's all he needs. He just has to look down at her gorgeous, glorious fucking tits and goes, yeah, sure, I guess, why not? I guess, I mean, yeah.
True. Well, with that being said...
Could you pick up my prescription at the CVS down the street? I mean, I really don't want to. I fucking twisted my ankle. Could you please? Are you trying to put your tits in my face? Because hot damn is it working?
Waiting for the moment where just Cloud breaks character.
It's never gonna happen. He's always gonna be an asshole, and I love him for it.
Unless Tifa, Aerith, and Jessica are in the same room, then you get him to break character.
He's just standing there he's just sitting in a room with 3 of them going, it all.
No.
I got fucking thirsty ass Jess. I got Tifa who is attempting to friend zone me but not friend zone me. And then Aerith, who's so fucking gullible, I could just say blowjob and she will actually think that blowing into a spinner is what I mean. Oh my god, that got really real for a minute.
Oh no. Someone please do not animate that. We do not want to see that unrecommended.
No. Please animate it, but hear me out, alright? You need to animate the entire thing. You need to have Cloud just sitting in the room, right? And then he looks to his left, and then there's just fucking Jess rubbing her puss up against the window going, come on, we could just go hang out.
Hey, Cloud, you want to eat this pizza?
You have Tifa that's like, Cloud, touch him. Don't touch him. And then gives him a slap. And then it's just Aerith that goes, Cloud, would you like a blowjob? Absolutely. Right now. Sure. Why not? And then she picks up a spinner and starts blowing into it. I would pay top dollar to watch that. I would give somebody $100 just so I could see that. But it needs to be like handcrafted Egoraptor animation.
Oh my god.
Where you could see fucking Cloud's frown just get bigger over time.
Oh. His eyes get wider, his smile gets
wider.
You hear fucking Barrett in the background just screaming the Final Fantasy theme song.
You just see Barrett come up and say, don't you be looking at my daughter.
Oh, no! Oh, no!
Daddy's girl does not want to deal with your
Oh, no. We're done. Ladies and gentlemen, this has been
that's the part where we're done? That's the part where we're done?
No.
Coward.
No.
And then Genova shows up, and it's just all fucky. It gets all fucky and weird.
Oh, no. Oh, my
God. You can't just scare a little girl by looking at her general direction. How could you, you monster? Piece of shit. Why is Barrett constantly shitting all over you fucking mercenary piece of trash? You hired me. Fucking mercenary.
Oh my god.
That's the entirety of Final Fantasy VII. Tifa is trying to say, Cloud, let's be friends. Jess is like, Cloud,
sorta.
Let's fuck, I guess? I don't know. I'm thirsty. And then you have Barrett, who's constantly just looking at Cloud going, how does it feel to be a shitty ass fucking mercenary, huh? You suck.
You hired me!
You just have Cloud sitting in the middle with that non-angry but angry expression with the legs crossed and same thing with the arms. And his eyebrows form into a middle finger.
Okay, now I want someone to animate that.
As Aerith has no fucking idea what's going on.
Yeah.
Cloud, what is a thought? It's how you think. Is that why you keep calling Jess a think? No. It's not the same thing. Okay.
Okay.
Hey, boys and girls, thank you for coming on to Open Mic Night. Do us both a favor and like, comment, subscribe, do whatever you have to do on that front. Have a good night, boys and girls.
Have a good night. Stay safe.
Cloud, piece of shit.
Stay Stay away from Cloud.
Don't touch Cloud. He's too precious.
Bye-bye.